Welcome back, everybody. My name is BluJay, and we are back. We're actually flying away from the Reverb Outpost. Today, we are headed to the end, and we're actually not off to a great start. If you can see the little paper doll figure up in the top left corner of the screen, I don't know if you can tell or not, but our armor, especially the helmet and the boots, they're not enchanted. The reason why? We went exploring in between episodes. We had an awesome episode last time, and you guys had pointed out to me, several of you actually, that I missed an abandoned mine shaft in the little ravine that we stopped by on our way to the jungle. And while I was preparing to go down and check it out, I got knocked down into the ravine by a zombie. And some of my stuff was retrievable, and some other of my stuff fell straight into the lava. So, there you go. Off to a great start. But today, we will try to get past that and be excited about what we're going to be building. And I actually am very, very, very excited. And I hope you guys are too. You've probably already seen it by the thumbnail. Assuming that we complete the project today, that is, because there is one concern that I have, but we are going to be building an Ender in today's episode. If you don't know what that is, it is an Enderman XP farm and an Ender Pearl farm. So that's what we're going to be building. I know this works in Bedrock Edition because I have tested it out in a creative testing world. And it is not my design. It is designed by a guy named Ilmango, and I know Wells Knight has also built this in a couple of his worlds. He built it in Kingdoms, and he built it in Hermitcraft Season 5. It's a really, really cool design. So, that's the design that we are going to be building today. Now, my concern is we don't have a name tag. And if you know anything about Enders, you need name tags for, well, one name tag, actually, for an Endermite. And basically what the Endermite does is he attracts the attention of the Endermen. They get all aggravated and stuff. Sorry, Mr. Villager. They get all aggravated and they chase after the Endermite. And then, you know, unsuspecting to them, they fall down a little trapdoor and into the chamber where we can collect the XP and the Ender Pearls. So since we don't have a name tag, unfortunately, Endermites despawn automatically after 2 minutes. So I may be back and forth between the overworld and the end multiple times today, trying to gather up some resources to see if we can go fishing, get some name tags, possibly, you know, complete this entire thing today. So we'll have to see what we can get done. And here's what I'm thinking. Actually, we're going to head back. Whoop. Come on. There we go. We're going to head down here, and this is the direction that we're going to go. We're going to go... Actually, let's get ourselves situated here before we get too far, you know, the horse ahead of the cart. We want to be smart about this. Let's light this up so that no Enderman can spawn in here because it is 3 high. We don't want them interrupting our plans. And I think I left my water bucket. Well, good thing we have rockets and an elytra because we can fly. So let me actually go ahead and carve this out here to see how far this goes out. Oh, there it is. Okay, that is the void right there, and that's dangerous. We don't want to get too close to that. So I will go grab some water buckets, and I'll be back in just a few moments. And the issues continue. Why did I forget or not know that if you leave anything on the spawning platform, that when you leave the end and then you come back in, it's gone. Just gone forever. 2 shulker boxes full of supplies for today's build that I had to go regather. Stained glass, cobblestone, all sorts of stuff that we needed for this build. Just gone. Not to mention 2 shulker boxes. Those are not easy to come by. So, yeah, we lost our good armor in the ravine, and now we've lost 2 shulker boxes full of stuff. So, I'm doing this the smart way here. Basically, what we want to do is we want to pillar down, and this is very dangerous. So, if you're going to try this, make sure you don't have anything important on you, because you're likely to fall down into the void and lose it. So, we need to pillar down all the way down to the bottom here. There we go. That's much better. but even more dangerous because now we are just on the edge of the water flow, but we're not at risk of losing our oxygen and drowning. So we need to go all the way down to the bottom of not the void, but just on the edge before you fall into the void. So if you can see the coordinates in the top left, we're at 10 and then 9 and then 8. We need to go all the way down to where the bottom block is at 0. And that way we are at the lowest point in the world possible. And the reason for that is I have heard that mobs spawn faster the lower you are in the world because they check the very bottom of the coordinates first. Now, I'm not sure if that's true for the Bedrock Edition or if that's just Java Edition, but we're going to go better safe than sorry with this and build all the way down to the bottom. Ooh, I'm running out of air, and there we went. Totally expected that to happen. It's okay. We didn't have anything good on us. All right, made our way back to the end, and we're going to pillar down all the way to the bottom here so that we can build straight out. And don't worry, we're going to be able to get back up to that spawning platform because we will build a staircase, but we need to go forward first. I'm just checking out where the edge of the island is here, because we need to go forward about 128 blocks away from the very edge. Oh, no. Just no. No, no, no. There went our Silk Touch pickaxe. And the problems continue. Okay, now that we are back in the end, and I've regained my composure from losing pretty much everything so far. This is not a fun project. Let me just tell you that. Working in the void is probably scarier than working in the nether, where there's ghasts and there's lava and there's all sorts of stuff that can, push you off of cliffs and all sorts of craziness. Nothing compares to absolute nothingness lying below you, because if you fall down, there's nothing you can do about it. You just fall to your demise. At least in lava, you have a chance to, drink a potion of fire resistance or try to swim away or, do something. If you fall in lava, you have a chance. If you fall in the void, you're pretty much done for. And, yeah. So, we're basically building out here, and we're going to build up a staircase back up to the spawning platform, and then we will continue working out 128 blocks to get away from the island, because 128 blocks is the maximum distance that you can be away from mobs before they start despawning. So that's what we want. We don't want any mobs from the main island interfering at all with the spawn rates of our Enderman farm. So that's why we've pillared down to the bottom of the void. Oh, and it says I'm at +4. I thought we went all the way down to the bottom. We're going to have to fix that too. So we're going to go down all the way to 0 by the time we get to the end of our platform. We'll fix that a little bit later, but 128 blocks out and all the way down to the bottom of the void should give us the highest amount of spawns possible. So that looks about right. I'm going to start building the staircase back up, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. All right, guys, I did some work off camera, and I made this whole thing 3 wide, so it's relatively safe, and I thought that torching this place up would keep Endermen from spawning on this platform. Anybody know why? I've seen this done in Java Edition, but it doesn't seem to do anything in Bedrock Edition. They're still teleporting and spawning. But I did a thing. There we go. We got some double carpets, which theoretically should keep Endermen from teleporting to them. And this is basically where we're going to start building our Ender. Well, I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith that this double carpets thing is actually a thing in Bedrock Edition. There's Endermen on my double carpets. Now, I didn't see them teleport here, so I don't know if they did or if they walked here. But I didn't think they were supposed to be able to spawn or teleport to double carpets. So unless they walked here, I'm not sure if this mechanic is broken. You know what? Let's actually I was thinking about placing those chests immediately off the carpets, but I think we're going to build the platform out a little bit more with some stained glass. Go out a couple more blocks. And, oh yeah, by the way, since I lost my Silk Touch pickaxe in the void, it's gone. We're going to lose glass every time we misplace it. It's just going to be gone. Can't get it back. And there's 2 pieces of glass already wasted and gone. Maybe we'll have to get... Oh, that was weird. Maybe we'll have to go back and get another Silk Touch pickaxe before the episode is over. We'll have to see. But I'm at 0 levels right now, so we'd have to do some significant work to do that. And this episode is already going to be late anyway. So, it's not coming out Thursday like I would have liked it to. I'm still not sure when this is going to be out because this project is already taking me quite a bit of time, so it may be, unfortunately, the next release day, which is normally Sunday, before this actually comes out. So just stay tuned. I'll try to keep everybody posted on Twitter. If you don't follow me over there, be sure to do that because I'm going to be doing a lot of updates on this just because it's not going according to plan so far. So, all right, so we've got 3 double chests out of the back of that platform, and we need hoppers out of the back of the chest, just like this. And then we need one more, there we go, one more row of hoppers directly behind it, just like this. And then a hopper there, and a hopper there. And that will give us a wide enough platform for Endermen to fall down onto, but not so wide that, you know, we won't be able to hit them if they are in the very back of the platform. We want to be as close as possible without them being able to reach us, and I'll show you how that all works a little bit later. So let's actually just double check that all of these hoppers are hooked up correctly because they should flow into the individual chests. There should be 2 half slabs. Oh, not half slabs. You guys are going to just blast my comment section for saying that. 2 slabs in each chest, and there we go. So there's our 6 slabs back, and perfect. So let's go grab those, and then we will place them down on top of the hoppers, just like so. And there we go. Perfect. That's the beginning of our Ender Render. All right, so I'm back at the base. I'll explain in a second, but Elytra, Unbreaking 3, got a mending book while we were fishing. Oh, yes. Oh, that's exciting. Unbreaking 3 will keep it from deteriorating too quickly, and mending will repair it indefinitely. That is exciting. So we're back here because we are about to start up the next part of our Ender Render, which would be like the drop tower. And at the top of that, that's where we need the Endermite. So I'm just going to do some fishing for a little bit. I've already done quite a bit of fishing, and I still have absolutely no name tags. So I'm going to give that a go and see if we can snag one, but I'm not sure that it's going to happen. So we're going to try to complete the actual structure, but the functionality, we'll just have to see if we can get that done. It's not looking promising, but we'll see. Did some more fishing, got some more mending books, and we're going to apply those to our pickaxes and get those all geared up. So I do have a question for you. Still no name tag. Here's the question. I put this poll on Twitter, and I got some good response from it, but I want to ask you guys as well. How would you feel about a one-time offer, a one-time command to spawn in a name tag so we can finish this build in the next episode? Because I don't want to do it now. I will wait until I get some significant feedback from you guys. Silk Touch Unbreaking 3, not bad. We do have an Efficiency 4 book. So we will apply that in just a second. But here would be the condition. If we do so, if we spawn in a name tag, the first one that we legitimately find from either fishing or from an abandoned mineshaft, we will let it despawn. So it would be an even trade. We would get one now, and then once we actually found one, it's gone. So let me know what you think about that, and we might do that in the next episode, or we might wait. So let's go ahead and rename this pickaxe to Ice Pick 3.0, because this is our third ice pick. We lost one of them in the nether, and then we lost the second one in the void, and then we will go ahead and add had this guy right here. It has mending in that book, and there we go. Silk Touch, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4, and mending. And we'll do the same thing with our fortune pick. We've got mending on that one now. It's so exciting. We got to be very careful with these. Problem after problem after problem. I added these slabs to our walkway because there were too many Endermen. I was walking down, getting ready to build the next part of our Ender Render. Accidentally looked at one of them, and I couldn't get away. He knocked me off with my Unbreaking 3 Mending Elytra. It's gone. And then on the way back, I decided, I'm going to use my barely usable Elytra to fly back. It had so little durability left on it. It was just an Unbreaking 1 Elytra. But I fell to the ground too quickly, lost it, went back to the desert to try to find it, and it was gone. I'm assuming it despawned. So, both of my Elytra gone in one episode. We lost them both. Oh, this is not turning out to be a profitable venture for us. But that's what happens sometimes with this game. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm wasting glass here. Thankfully, we've got our Silk Touch pickaxe. But there we go. Let's take those out, and then we'll start from scratch here. Actually, let's go ahead and grab that back out of there. And there we go. So basically what we are building now, this is the barrier wall that will keep the Endermen away from us while we are collecting their precious XP and Ender Pearls. That way they're basically defenseless on the inside of this chamber. And the other purpose is when they actually do fall down, they won't be able to go anywhere. They'll just run forward after the Endermite. Once we actually get the Endermite in place, they'll chase him. They will think that there is a floor there, but it's actually just going to be a trapdoor, which the trapdoor will be open. So when they think that they're going to be running across to get the Endermite, they're going to fall down into this chamber, and there you go. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And while we're building this, while we're getting all the structure in place, what I want to do next is I want to do comment question of the day. And speaking of that, you remember that shulker box that we had earlier in the episode that we left on the spawning platform? In the end, that disappeared. It's gone. It's just forever vanished. There's nothing that we can do to get it back. My comment or question of the day book was inside of that shulker box. It's just gone. So I'm going to have to retype out every single comment or question of the day from the start of this series until now, which thankfully we're not too crazy far into it, but it's going to be a long time before I make that silly mistake again. So until we can get a new book, we're just going to read off the comment or question of the day, and it will get typed in at some point. But here's the one for today, which ironically, well, here you go. Here's what it says. How do you stay motivated to continue to stay on the same survival world and make videos? From Monster Killer 735. That's a great question considering all that we've been through in this episode so far. When you lose everything, when you're, trying to do a big project like this and everything just disappears, it can be hard to stay motivated. I'm not going to lie. I felt very compelled to just, I wouldn't say like rage quit permanently, but definitely for like the evening on a couple of occasions, because this episode I think has taken me 3 or 4 days already to get through to this point. And after I lost certain materials, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just going to take a break. I need to go to sleep. I need to just not play this right now. But as far as staying on the world itself, there's so much you can do. There's so much you can explore. The world is like literally infinite. You can go as far in one direction as you can possibly go, and eventually the game will start bugging out and doing some weird stuff, but you can explore, you can find new lands, you can find places like the End, you can go exploring in the Nether, you can go adventuring, you can go mining, you can go building, you can make a city in one part of the world, and then you can make a small village in another part of the world, and then you can make like a sci-fi base like we're doing here. There's just so much you can do. Like, why just can a world and start over if you have the ability to keep the same world going. Even if you're going to a different spot to build something new, there's always more to do. And now that they've added the ability, like they added this a long time ago before the end was even a thing in Bedrock Edition, which at that point it was Pocket Edition, they added the ability to respawn the Ender Dragon so that you could play that mission over and over and over again as many times as you please. So there's always a reason to keep coming back to the world. So that's my encouragement to you, is find new motivation every single chance that you get. If you're stuck on a project, stuck on a build, stuck on an idea, and you're like, I just can't get this done, give it a rest. Come back to it. That's what we did with the sheep farm. It's still not completely done. We got to finish the floor and the ceiling and all of that, which we'll do relatively soon. But I needed to walk away from it for a little bit because you guys had seen enough. I had honestly been in that room enough that I needed some fresh motivation. So here we are, and sadly, we are in a frustrating situation, losing most of our stuff today. But that's the breaks. That's what happens sometimes. You don't give up just because bad things happen. You just keep on going. And that's a good encouragement for life scenarios as well. Just because something bad happens once in a while, you don't give up. You keep going. You keep pushing forward, and you don't abandon your responsibilities or your projects. So that's my mindset on it. That's how I stay motivated, and I hope that helps you in your projects as well. All right, made a little bit of a mistake in that last clip, but we fixed it. The glass panes, they actually needed to be on top of the outside slab, not outside of the outside slab. So we fixed that. It's corrected. We're good to go. Glass panes are where they need to be, and now we are building the little runway that the Enderman will run down into this little drop chute. And we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Being very careful not to fall here. 6, 7. How unfortunate would that be if we fell again? 8. 9. 10. Please be careful. Don't fall. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. And 17. And then one block on each side, just like this, that will funnel the Enderman down that little runway. And then I'll go ahead and grab some cobblestone. There we go. And then we are going to build an 11 by 11 platform, and this is where the Enderman will spawn. Now, the reason this works, there's one on each side there, and then we will go 4 more in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Light that up, and you know what? Let's just light up every other one. And we'll light up every single block for now. We want to keep Enderman from spawning here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very good. We'll light this up, and then we will go 11 the other direction, and then we should be able to stop counting because we will be able to visually see where we're going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the first block that we started out would be 11. So that should be an 11 by 11 platform. And what I was saying a few minutes ago, the reason why this thing works is because it is far, far, far away from the main island. I can't remember if I've already explained this or not, but we'll go ahead and explain it again. It's far away from the main island, far enough that mobs will not spawn there, and it's low enough in the world that this is the first place that the world looks to generate mobs. So this should give us the highest rate of spawning possible, which I'm not sure if that's the same spawn rates as Java Edition, or whether it'll be lower, just because the Bedrock Edition has to allocate for so many different device types, whether it's an Xbox One or high-powered PC or a nice phone or an old phone or a tablet or whatever. There's so many different platforms for the Bedrock Edition that I think that the spawn rates might be slightly lower than the Java Edition that's basically made for computers. Not necessarily high-end computers, but by the nature of computers, they're higher end than some of the devices that Bedrock Edition plays on. So, and it's just a different game. So I mean, it's Minecraft. They're the same, but they have slightly different mechanics, which I'm hoping that one day that'll be different, that all versions will be the same. So if you're watching a tutorial from like a PC player, you'll be able to build that exact same thing on Bedrock Edition without any issues. So yeah, this is one of those builds, the Ender. It's one of those builds that translates across really well. Even if the spawn rates are different, it still works, still a great design, and I'm really excited to get this thing up and running. The very last thing that we need to do for this build, aside from, getting the Endermite and actually activating the thing, which, again, sadly, we're not going to get to do today because I have no name tag. So sad. Again, let me know what you think about the one-time code thing, commanding in a name tag, which, again, we will let the first name tag that we do legitimately find despawn and be gone forever. I just don't know when that's going to happen. So let me know what you guys think about that. If you're not okay with it, then I'm not okay with it, and we won't do it. But I do want to get some feedback from you guys on this matter. So we're putting in a little railing system here to keep the Endermen from falling off the edge, because we do think that, hopefully, multiple Endermen will be running down this little runway at the same time, and we don't want them bumping each other off the edge and, lowering the efficiency rate of this particular farm. So I'm going to go ahead and add these in place, and there's actually one more thing that we need to do with these railings after we're done putting them in place, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that in just a moment. Yeah. Torches, they're not doing their job. We have Endermen on this platform. Why did I even put you torches to work when you're not going to do your job? Okay, well, we won't worry about them for the moment. We'll just be very careful not to make any of them angry. So we're going to fan this out just a little bit further. It's not going to go all the way around the platform, just around the front, because hopefully they'll be smart enough not to jump off any other side. But when they do see that Endermite and get aggravated and run this direction, we want them not to fall forward. We want them to run straight into our little funnel here, so we don't lose any. And the absolute last thing that we're going to do with this farm today, we need some string right here, and here, and here, and here, all the way down the line. And this is very dangerous because we are on literally just a sliver of walkable space. If we walk off the side of this thing, I might just give up for the day. But hopefully we won't have to do that. But we're going to put some string here because we need to double carpet this just in case. We want to be sure. We don't want any Endermen accidentally bugging up here or spawning up here or teleporting up here or anything like that. So the string is a placeholder so that we can place down double carpets on top of that string. If we place the double carpets directly on top of the glass panes, it would block the view of the Endermite to the Endermen. So we don't want to block that view. We want a double carpet just like this, and now we're a little more safe. We can be a little less nervous about falling over the edge. Still need to be careful, though. So double carpets all the way around this, and then that's pretty much it for this build because we can't go any farther until the Endermite is in place, which we'll hopefully do in the next episode. Finished up the project, went exploring. Oh, sweet justice. Oh, I'm so excited. What the end has taken away, it has returned. We found an end city. I decided to do our exploring off camera just because I needed a break from the recording. I needed to just go take a chill pill for a little bit and do something a little less dangerous than, walking on stained glass panes right over the void and angering Endermen and doing crazy stuff with Elytra that we no longer have, but we're getting back here in just a couple of minutes. And the bright side of this, too, is we are finding some shulkers. So that means shulker shells. That means shulker boxes that we lost. We've already got enough to replace the two that we lost. Sadly, not the gear that was inside of it. Ooh, look at that. Diamonds and a couple diamond pickaxes. Not too bad for some loot. So we're going to do a little bit of exploring. I'm going to do most of this off camera, again, because this episode's getting pretty long, and I just need a break from talking and walking and doing all the stuff that comes along with recording. I just need a relaxed moment, if you can call adventuring in the end relaxed at all, because it is one of the more dangerous places, but just, you know what I mean. A relaxed place that we can just explore and find some things. Ouch. That hurt. All right. I'll be back with you in just a moment when we reach the floating ship to grab our new elytra. I'll be right back. Just need to wait for the levitation effect to wear off, and oh, there we go. Here we go. Brand new elytra. Never been used. Hopefully will never be lost. Look at that. Diamond pants, diamond helmet, diamond horse armor, and we'll go ahead and take that gold. We could use it. Ooh, more diamond pants. We are making bank. Beetroot seeds, I can't remember if I have any of those. I think I do, but we'll take them anyway. And you know what? Just for good measure, we're going to take you and you. Yep, we're clearing this place out. Well, looky there. There's another one. Now, I'm still pretty upset that I lost both of my elytra because we could have had 4 at this point, but we have another end city with another end ship. Oh, we're going to get 2 elytra back today. Again, still sad about what we lost. We lost quite a bit more than just 2 elytra, but we're getting at least some of it back. And I'm a happy camper. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time that I have got for today. I really appreciate you watching this episode and bearing with me in all that we had lost, and we got that farm mostly done. It did not come at a low price. It was actually a very high price that we finished this project, and it's not even completely finished. We can't finish it till we get a name tag, so hopefully that will happen soon and we can get this thing fully operational, and that way we can get lots of ender pearls and lots of XP from our ender. If you really enjoyed this episode today, be sure to give me some feedback in the comment section. I'm always looking for comments. Let me know how I did. And I like to interact with you guys as well, so I try to reply to as many of these comments as possible. And feel free to give me a like if you really enjoy the video as well. If you enjoy all the content on my channel, be sure to check out my Patreon page. I've got a lot of really great rewards that you guys might benefit from and enjoy if you would consider supporting the channel in that way. But for now, my name is BluJay, and I've got to fly on out of here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.